My brother's wedding planner called. Your family canceled your invitation, but asked to keep the $65,000 deposit you paid. I said, cancel the entire wedding. The silence stretched 30 seconds before Vanessa stammered, I'm sorry, what? You heard me. Cancel everything. Venue, flowers, band, photographer, all of it. But the wedding is in 3 days. There are 200 guests. Not my problem anymore. I hung up and poured wine. My phone immediately started buzzing. First my brother Finn, then dad, then mom. I let them all go to voicemail. The mess started when I brought Camden to last month's family barbecue. I'd been dating him 8 months, and it was time my family met the man I was planning to marry. Camden is everything I'd ever wanted. Kind, successful, funny, and completely devoted to me. He's also black. The introductions went fine. Camden charmed my aunts with stories about his veterinary practice and bonded with my cousin over baseball. I thought we'd cleared the biggest hurdle. Then Uncle Garrett cornered me by the kitchen. Really, Presley? You couldn't find someone more suitable? What's that supposed to mean? His eyes darted toward Camden, who was helping my nephew catch fireflies. You know what it means. Think about the children. Think about what people will say. I should have left then. Instead, I tried to reason with him, explain that Camden was an amazing man who treated me like a queen. Uncle Garrett just shook his head like I was a child playing with fire. The real blow came 2 weeks later when Finn called. I need to ask you something, and it's going to be awkward. My stomach dropped. What? Would you consider coming to the wedding alone? Miranda's family is traditional. They're threatening to boycott if Camden comes. Her dad already put down his own deposit for the reception, and he's saying he'll pull funding if there are complications. I couldn't breathe. Complications? You know what I mean. Please, Presley. It's one day. You can bring him to the next family thing. That's when I realized my brother, who I'd helped through college, who I'd bailed out of 3 financial disasters, who I'd paid for an entire wedding because Miranda wanted her dream day, was asking me to hide the man I loved. Who else feels this way? I asked quietly. The pause told me everything. My whole family had discussed this behind my back. They'd weighed my happiness against their comfort and decided I was expendable. It's just easier this way, Finn said weakly. I started laughing, not because anything was funny, but because the alternative was screaming. You want to know what's easy, Finn? Canceling vendor contracts when you're the one who signed them. That's how I ended up with the nuclear option. When I'd offered to pay for everything, Finn insisted all contracts go through me for tax purposes. Every vendor, every deposit, every signature, all in my name. My phone rang again. This time it was Miranda. Presley, please. We can work this out. Camden can come. I'll talk to my parents. Too late, but I love your brother. We've been planning this for 2 years. Then you should have thought about that before you decided I wasn't family enough to bring my boyfriend. I could hear her crying. Part of me felt bad. Most of me didn't. The doorbell rang. Through the peephole, I saw Camden holding takeout bags, completely unaware that his existence had just imploded a wedding. Hey, gorgeous. How was your day? I kissed him and decided not to tell him yet. He'd blame himself, and none of this was his fault. We were halfway through dinner when my phone buzzed with a text from an unknown number. We need to talk. Meet me at Riverside Park tomorrow at noon. Come alone, Dad. Something in that message made my blood turn cold. Dad never texted, and he definitely never used terms like, come alone. I stared at the screen, and for the first time since canceling the wedding, I wondered if I'd underestimated exactly how far my family was willing to go. Camden noticed my expression. Everything okay? I forced a smile and slipped the phone into my pocket. Perfect. But as I looked at the man I loved, laughing at something on TV, completely trusting that the world was safe, I realized tomorrow might change everything, and not in a good way. I couldn't fit what happens next in this short video. Watch the rest down below.